Ooh-wee. Whew. Let's go, baby. Ooh. So I just threw something up on my story on Instagram talking about purpose versus pleasure, and I think it's everything in life. It really comes down to good versus evil. You know, I think there's a battle for our souls going on every single day, and I lived so much of my life, the first half of my life, I call the first half, that's my 40 years or 36 years. I lived that whole first part of my life almost just doing everything strictly out of pleasure. You know, ever since I started messing around smoking weed when I was like 10 years old, was just doing everything because of pleasure. Just, oh, I'm young, I can party it up, I got the rest of my life to do better, do whatever. And I just wasted so much time. It's crazy. And it just was partying. I carried all the way through, just took me out of sports. You know, I was pretty athletic and could have made something out of sports, but everything just took me out of it. You know, I was in the Boy Scouts, and I actually got my Eagle Scout, and you know, I should have gone in to be some kind of first responder. I should have jumped right in the military. You know, all the certs that I have from being an Eagle Scout would have automatically promoted me 3 ranks if I went into the military. At least 2, maybe 3. So, you know, just partying and living that lifestyle of addiction just was just doing nothing but harming myself and keeping me from moving forward in life. You know, it wasn't until I was in like my late 20s, early 30s, I started seeing all my friends having families, having kids, owning houses, and I'm just sitting there in prison or in jail like an idiot, you know. And every time I get locked up, I get out, I have to start back over, lose everything. And I can't count how many times I lost everything. Cars, places. You know, you get locked up, your credit score does a triple backflip down the drain. Trying getting out, rebuilding credit. I mean, it's just retarded, man. And I understand, I can dig it. You know, it's just addiction is tough, you know. And it wasn't until like the 3rd or 4th time I went into a program that I really actually made a change, and it really stuck. I just worked the program 100%. You know, I'd seen guys that have been successful and they just jump in it head first and do everything. So I was just volunteering for everything, helping out cut weeds at the halfway houses, and going to volunteer on the estate sales that they were doing. And next thing you know, I'm riding around with the program director, fast tracking to be a house manager. And at that point in time, I had about 8 months clean. And I still have my clean day from then. About 6 years clean now, a little over 6 years clean. I think October it'll be 7 years. So, and just, you know, I stayed real active in the program. That community, you know, people, places, and things, like they say, is legit. You know, we're a product of our environment. And so I just stopped putting myself in those situations, started going to meetings, stayed in the program, and accumulated some time. At that time, though, at 8 months, that's when the feds came and hit me on something I had done a few years prior, which was, you know, I think the enemy trying to get me to backstep and get back on that path of least resistance, you know, that instant gratification. And I just didn't do it, took it on the chin, did my time, stayed sober, got out, and God's really been blessing me. I've just been really progressing in life. So many doors are opening up for me. Have some doors closed, but God opens up other ones. I've got a wonderful lady in my life now, and we're looking to, you know, start a family here sooner than later. And just life is really good, and I just left that all behind. But choices, man. You know, purpose versus pleasure. You know, it comes down to everything, to what we eat, whether we decide to sleep in or get up early, hit that snooze button. You know, what choice are you going to make? So it's the small choices, like those little ones that just accumulate over time, and they all add up. Everything's accounted for. You know, nothing is missed, and so it's just those small choices that really make a difference. Yeah, I'm just super grateful for where I'm at today. So many things have come to fruition for me. Got another jiu-jitsu tournament coming up this weekend. We'll see how it goes. Haven't been training too much because I really got back on my strict morning regimen, and just don't have enough time in the day to do it without getting enough proper rest. I could do it, but then it's cutting into my sleep too much. So we'll see what happens. I'm just doing it for fun, though. Just kind of testing myself. I like to always be learning something. It keeps me in that growth mindset, and just kind of has that ripple effect where it spreads to every other area of my life. And that's just great. It's just good, man. God is good. Jumping out of here now. I think it's been long enough. I think it's like 6 minutes change. Woo! Ooh.